You've got marketing questions? Well, today, I've got answers. What's up, fellow marketers? I'm Chris Kapelski, and welcome back to the first 2021 special edition Marketing Tip Monday. Last year, we did a video where we answered your marketing questions. And I said if that video did well, we were even going to make it into a series this year. Well, we had such a great response from that video, and I got so many more questions that we thought we'd take a moment and kick off the new year right by answering some more of those questions. We greatly appreciate all the questions that you've asked, and if you have questions, go ahead and leave one in the comment below or reach out to us directly, and we'd be happy to answer them for you. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe to this video. Now let's get into the questions. The first question for today is, Chris, I run a small boutique shop. A visiting customer recently mentioned to me our website was not secure. As far as I knew, it was. What do I need to do to secure it? That's a great question, and often we get that a lot actually about, what is website security, what does it mean, and how do we secure a website? So website security quickly means a handful of things. Website security means having an SSL certificate. Website security means making sure your website's up to date, the plugins, themes, all the elements of your website are up to date, so there's no vulnerabilities that hackers can take care of. Website security means having your website on a secure server. There's a lot of different elements that go into website security. Because of your question and the way you phrased it, that a customer brought it to your attention, I'm going to guess that it's the first point, having an SSL certificate. So a little over a year ago, maybe almost 2 years ago at this point, Google decided to make a very strict judgment, and that was any website that didn't use what they call an SSL certificate to secure their website, they were going to mark as not secure up in the URL bar at the top of the browser window. And so oftentimes when people come to us and say, hey, my website's not secure, or somebody told me my website's not secure, it's because they've noticed that not secure phrase that Google's put on the web browser. The solution for that is pretty simple. It's actually just buy, or you can go to a place like Let's Encrypt and get a SSL certificate, implement that correctly into your website, and then that actually takes care of that warning at the top of your site. When we host sites for clients, that's actually included in our hosting package. We do that naturally. So if a customer noticed that your website's not secure, it could be any one of those things. Could be an SSL certificate, could be plugin updates, website updates, could be a bad server. Maybe they noticed your website went to a 404 page or went to some weird page that it shouldn't have. We've seen that in the past as well. A customer goes to check out what they think is going to be your website, and they end up on a different website. Or they see some sort of topical material, maybe inappropriate or otherwise, that isn't your website clearly, and so they think your website's been hacked or it isn't secure, which would be the case. So it's probably one of those things. Check into those things. If you don't know what those mean, either utilize Google. Like I said, there's lots of free resources like Let's Encrypt and other resources out there that can help you out. But look at SSL certificates and then visit your website to make sure everything's showing up the way that you think it should, and go from there. Hope that helps. Before we hop into the second question, I just want to remind you guys, this is a brand new series we're trying out, and we're going to judge how well it does based on the questions we get and the likes we get. So if you love this video, go ahead and hit like down below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this. And if you have a question, absolutely leave it in the comments or send it to us separately, and I'd be happy to help you out. Now to the second question. Chris, with the start of the new year, we're looking to ramp up our social media marketing. We have been using Facebook for a while now, but we want to do more. There are so many other platforms and our budget is limited. It's hard to know what to choose. What platform should we look to use next? That's a great question, and obviously I think a lot of business owners, even right now, are especially struggling with budgets, with marketing. There's so much marketing to do, and budgets are so somewhat restricted here and there. how do you adjust that? How do you make adjustments for that? And what marketing do you continue doing? And what marketing don't you do going forward? If you've been using Facebook for a while now, the first thing that I always like to do when I'm looking at marketing strategies is to make sure what's in place is working. So if Facebook's working for you, perfect. If there's some things that can be tweaked there or some things that need to be changed to optimize that budget that you're using before you move on to spending more money, I think that's a great place to start. Once you've done that, once you've taken some time to look at what's going on currently, there's a lot of other platforms to utilize, but I think the important question isn't what platform to use, it's who's your target market and what's the purpose of the marketing that you want to do to expand business. Your target market and what you're trying to accomplish will almost dictate what platform that you should use because of the answers to those questions. If your target market is a lot of business-oriented people, then you obviously want to get involved in the LinkedIn game, and you would want to put some effort into producing content there and making sure you're posting there regularly. If it's more just regular people, maybe TikTok, or maybe doubling down on Facebook if it's a strategy that's working. There's no need to go elsewhere if what you have is working. So take those things into consideration. Think about your target market. Think about who you're honestly trying to reach with this marketing campaign, and then think about the platforms that they're participating on, because those are going to be the platforms that you'll want to market on and you'll want to participate on. And as always, don't forget to stay consistent in whatever strategy that you pick, and don't forget to participate with people in a way that they want to be participated with. Spamming a ton of ads out on a new platform won't do you any good. People look at ads accidentally, basically. Nobody looks at an ad on purpose and wants to directly buy that thing. They look at the content they like, and sometimes that happens to be an ad. There was a really popular quote recently about that. So take a look at all those elements, and hopefully that gives you an idea of what platforms to look at once you've answered the target market question. Let's get to another question. Hi Chris, I'm in a business group and many other owners in there are encouraging me to increase my content production. However, I don't feel like I have a lot to share. Should I produce more content? If so, what can I do? I think that's a great question, and a lot of business owners don't get to the point where they're asking, content questions. They get wrapped up in business and the things going on that they don't think about content, and specifically how much is going out and what's going out and when. My first question, in fact, a question back would be, why are they asking you to produce more content? What are the goals? What are the discussions that you're having in those business groups that lead them to believe you should do more content? I think that's critical, because content for the sake of content does nothing for you. If you're putting out just more posts or more blogs or more whatever, but there's no strategy behind that, there's no purpose behind it, it's probably going to fall on deaf ears, and it'll probably ultimately be a waste of your time. And that's often what we see. So my question would be, why more content? If the goals that you're trying to accomplish mean you need to put out more content, then I would dive deeper into what are those goals. Are you trying to get more brand recognition online for your shop perhaps? Well, then maybe you can put out some content that would gain you that brand recognition on a social platform. Maybe you could develop an email marketing strategy with businesses or other people around your local area that would give you the brand recognition. So those content pieces would definitely help that strategy. We've had other people come to us and say, hey, we want to sell more products. How can we sell more products? Well, products typically sell best with stories. And you can put, hey, I got this cool new piece, check it out, buy it, on social media, but that doesn't go over nearly as well as story type content, or content about the origination of your product, or how it's produced, or where it's produced. And I think that leads into the other part of your question, where you said, I don't feel like I have a lot to share. That's probably a mental hurdle more than an actual hurdle. A lot of people are in their business and they see the business. They can't see the cool things that they're doing because they're doing them on the daily basis, and it's just normal to them. But a lot of other people see probably whatever you're doing, as interesting in some capacity. So if you can take some time and bring them into your world, bring them into your shop, your location, your office, wherever you're at, and show them what you're doing, that in and of itself would be great content. Again, make sure that whatever you're creating out of there fits some sort of strategy. If you want to showcase your shop to give people a better understanding of your business and build brand recognition, that's a perfect strategy and a perfect way to go about it. So there's a lot of content that you have, probably right at your fingertips, just in your day-to-day strategies that you could record, take pictures of, maybe even write journal entries or blog type things and put on your website. It's probably all right there, and you just need to stop thinking about nobody wants to see this and start documenting everything, and people will love to see it. So I hope that answers your question. That's all the questions that we have time for today. If you missed the last round of questions, you can check it out right over here. We'll put the video up there for you guys to watch. Again, if you like this video, hit like, don't forget to subscribe, and if you have a question, by all means, put it in the comments down below, and I'll get an answer for you right away. Thanks for coming to this Marketing Tip Monday. I look forward to seeing you guys all next time. We'll see ya.